Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Copeland, and I love supporting women on this journey of finding love after 50. Today, I'm going to share a question that I am sure has come up for you, and that is, are there any good men left to date in their 50s, 60s, or 70s? But before we get started, I would love, if you haven't done so already, to hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. And I hope you'll leave a comment. I love reading them and answering when you've asked questions. So let's get started. Are there any good men left to date after 50? I know that you probably know this, but attracting the right guy into your life at this time can be a bit challenging. And unfortunately, growing up with the fairy tales that we grew up with, like Cinderella, Snow White, and all the rest of them, or the romantic movies on TV as an adult, they might have been causing you to experience an unrealistic picture of who men are and how they operate in the dating world. Everyone loves a good Hallmark movie, but really, they're not real. But when you watch them, it feels good because your heart just pitter patters when the couple falls in love, right? Well, the movies make it seem as though chemistry, not connection, as in getting to know someone, is the secret for finding love. I know when I first started dating, I was definitely looking for Prince Charming to just show up on my doorstep. I would dream about him and I would see him coming in, swooping me off my feet, taking care of me forever, financially and emotionally. Crazy, huh? The thing is, I was being really unrealistic. Oh, and another part of the dream was we would never argue. It was a funny dream and totally unrealistic for finding and keeping love in my life, or if you have these same kind of dreams in your life as well. And what I was forgetting was something really important in this equation. I wasn't looking at what I was going to contribute to the relationship, only what he was going to offer me. And for some crazy reason, I figured my presence would just be enough. Today, this scenario makes me laugh, but at the time, I didn't know any better. This was long before I became a coach, and I really believed the perfect man would just walk into my life and I would know him the second we met. Does this sound familiar at all? I've learned a lot since then, and to attract Mr. Right, I realized I had to stop letting men choose me. My power actually came from having a clear vision of who Mr. Right was beyond a couple of qualities I thought were important at the time. I had to dig deep on this, and what happened is I ended up figuring out a formula called a quality man template that showed me exactly who the right man was for me. My quality man template was a comprehensive tool that includes looking at the patterns of men I was most attracted to, looking at my deal breakers, the qualities I wanted in a man, and the values that were important to me, and how I wanted to feel around him. This is something I teach women every day. And I know that the quality man template can do two things for you. One, it sends a message to the universe that this is who you're looking for. And two, it keeps you from getting involved with the wrong men over and over again. All right, now I have a question for you. What makes your guy the right man for you? Is it his values? Is it the way he looks? The way you feel when you're around him? Is it a man who can afford fine dining or expensive vacations? Or is it what he does in life? Does the man you want in your life have any of your deal breakers? A woman settles when she doesn't honor her deal breakers, thinking a man will change. He doesn't. Is he anything like the last man you dated? Part of the reason you might be failing at finding Mr. Right is most of us get into a pattern of attracting the same man over and over again without even realizing it. At first, he seems so amazing until the same issues you had in your last couple of relationships come back again to haunt you. It wasn't until I created a pattern chart in my quality man template that I was able to clearly see how and why I was doing this. Now, take a few minutes and think about whether you've been dating the same wrong men over and over again. It's really important to get this because the type of men you're most attracted to are probably the worst men for you right now. Why is that? Because if your type worked for you, you'd be with your type right now. But if you can expand beyond your usual type, you'll have far more quality men to choose from. There is a guy out there who is right for you. You just want to have a clear vision of who the right man is so you can see him. Now, to inspire you that you can find love after 50. This is from my client, Marianne, and she said, I'd have passed my guy up. Thank God I became a member of Lisa's Love After 50 coaching group because I needed help. And using what Lisa taught me about finding love at this time in my life, I ended up meeting my guy. In the past, I'd have for sure passed him by if I hadn't had my quality man template. I also learned so much about men and understanding who they are that has helped me be in a successful relationship. Lisa, you unlocked the key for me about men and who I wanted that got me the amazing man I am now sharing my life with. Now, let me ask you a question before we leave. If you would love to have a good man in your life like Marianne now has, let's set up a time to talk and see how we can make this happen for you. There's a link below to make that happen. And if you're not ready yet, we have some resources for you as well. Be sure to subscribe and click like if you like this video. Until next time, believing in you.